CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 5, Mike Hotel Golf. Whiskey 5, Mike Hotel Golf, CQ20, CQ20. Anyone, anywhere? CQ20, CQ20. This is Whiskey 5, Mike Hotel Golf. CQ20, CQ20. Anyone, anywhere? CQ20, CQ20. This is Whiskey 5, Mike Hotel Golf. This is Whiskey 5, Mike Hotel Golf. CQ20. Anyone, anywhere? CQ20.
Kilo India 5, Oscar Romeo Tango.
Kilo India 5, Oscar Romeo Tango. This is Whiskey 5, Mike Hotel Golf. Good day to you.
This is Dan, Delta Alpha November. We got you 5656 in the South Texas.
Roger. Dan, did you say South Carolina?
Negative. South Texas. South Texas.
Okay, South Texas. Name is Mark here, Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo out of Albuquerque. You get some green chili. How you doing today, Dan?
All right. You're doing a 20-mile bike ride, so I'm cooling off.
Now, is that a bicycle ride?
Yes, sir. Bicycle is powered by Miller High Life.
Uh-oh, cut that out. Now, I ride a recumbent bike, but I think you're on a upright, over?
Yeah, I guess a road bike, true road bike. And it was pretty bad there. I had like 10 miles an hour going out and about 18 coming back. So sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Oh, Roger. Well, you sound like you're young blood. I'm old blood. Over?
Well, I'll be 67 in July.
Oh, no way.
Yes, sir. Sure enough.
Well, you beat me. I'm 64.
I've been doing biking and marathon and stuff for a long time, so I try to stay in shape.
Oh, there you go. We got the run for the zoo here in Albuquerque in a couple of weeks. I do tail end Charlie, and I'm on, like I said, I'm on the recumbent bike, and I do about 10 miles an hour. You must be going like 25 or something.
Yeah, I can average around 20, 21, something like that. Like I said, it depends on the road condition and what the winds are doing.
Roger. What's your weather in South Texas now?
So we've been running anywhere from the 70s to middle 80s. And we get some thunder showers through, so clouds up, gets in the mid 70s. Well, I'm enjoying it because I know what July and August going to be like.
Oh yeah, Roger that. You gotta be steaming.
Yeah, we're probably, we're about 90 miles north of Corpus, 90 miles south of Houston, 90 miles east of San Antonio, like 30 miles off the Gulf Coast. So.
Oh, man. Yeah, I got a good friend of mine down in Houston. We went down to visit him several years ago, well, a long time ago, and, man, those mosquitoes were having a dinner with us.
Yeah, I thought we had big ones. So we went to Wisconsin one time. Those things like B-29 bombers up there.
Yeah. Oh, man. Well, we've been having rough mosquitoes the last couple of years here in Albuquerque, but I hope they stay in Texas this time.
I find that odd. I thought like New Mexico's all kind of like desert type area, a drier climate.
You know what? We've been here for 30 plus years, and the last couple of years I guess it's because of the moisture. They've been terrible. And getting in the house and all of that mess. So I'm going to put up a sign. Go back to Texas.
Yeah, that's what we tell. I got friends in Wyoming. When the northern blow down here, it gets really cold. I sound like somebody opened a door up in Wyoming, let all the dirty stuff down here.
There you go. What kind of bike you riding?
I can't even remember the brand name of it, but it's a true road bike. It's about, not expensive, but maybe $900 bike.
Now, at 67, man, if you fall, I'm going to have to come to your funeral.
Well, I used to do a lot of horseback riding, ride horses, day work, cowboy work. Like in about 2016, a horse fell on me and crushed my leg, and I had one of those sprain thing on her for a year and a half. I couldn't walk, so I got healed up with that. Then 4 months ago, I came down with throat cancer. I got over that, so I keep on going and keep on going.
Oh my God! God bless you, man. Okay, yeah, you deserve the road bike, but you must not be married because your wife would not allow that.
I've been married 39 years. My wife's a doctor, and she broke her hip about a year after I broke my leg. So there you go.
Oh man, well I got you beat by one there. We've been married 40 years, and she watches it. But your wife's a doctor, so she can work on you in the backyard.
Actually, this past year we built a clinic on our ranch, so we don't have to leave the house. We just drive our Kubota about 3-minute drive, and we're at work.
Are you a doctor also?
No, I've always done ranching stuff, all field, but I built the clinic for her and I manage it. So it's small, but just my wife and myself and one nurse, so we make it do.
Hey, there you go. God bless you. Well, I appreciate you answering my call, and you gave me some chuckles.
Yeah, I don't get much dormant stuff. I built a new antenna about 3 weeks ago at one of those DX Commanders vertical. Are you familiar with those?
I've seen them on YouTube.
Yeah, I went running an infed dipole at about 35 foot to this vertical. Man, I'm getting Hawaii. I got New Zealand, all over the continental United States. It's really doing something.
Well, you got a 5.9 plus here, and great audio. I'm on a hex beam pointed your way, so we can throw away the cell phones. Over.
Yeah, right. I just run an ICOM 7300. It does 100 watts, and I was looking at getting me an amp, but god dang, I didn't know they're $3,000.
You and I are in the same world. I just got this hex beam about a year ago, August, give or take. And I've been talking all over the world and been thinking about, amplifier, amp. And then when I saw the cost, I was like, well, heck, I'm already reaching these places. I just have to pick my time when there's a pileup. Over.
Yeah, but I got a buddy who's been doing ham for about 40 years. He helped me. I just started a couple years ago, and if I find somebody who knows what they're doing, and he just playing the amp on me like it's exponential. Like if you got a 1,000-watt amplifier, he really only gives you output at the antenna maybe like 2 or 250 watts.
That's it. I volunteer over at the VA on Mondays here in Albuquerque. The call sign is N5VA. And we push about 400 watts over there, and I'm just looking to get 200 or 300 watts out of this. It's a 7300 here barefoot.
Yeah, I thought about getting a hex thing, but I was worried about the wind loading because it gets pretty breezy down here sometimes.
Oh, don't get me started. I'll sell these things anytime. It's the best antenna. I mean, I've got mine up. They say 32, 35 feet is the optimum. I got mine up about 22, give or take. The wind, I mean, yeah, we've got ferocious winds coming out of the mountains here. And as long as it's on a good, mast and so forth and guide down, you'll be fine. I talked to a guy up in Colorado, 10 feet off the ground. Now, he was up in Colorado, but 10 feet off the ground, and he said he worked the world. Over.
Yeah, I thought about getting that, but then a buddy of mine taught me this Commander. It doesn't have any guides on it. It's model Signature 9, and you build it. It comes in a kit from England, and you build it. Took me about a day and a half, but man, I'll tell you what, it works. You got to put a lot of radios out, but I don't care. I got it stationary.
Yeah, I've seen those, and great reviews. I was leaning toward that a few years ago, But the radio scared me. I don't have a lot of real estate in the backyard. That's what turned me away. It's doing a great job for you.
Yeah, I'm way out. I'm 6 miles out of town. Nearest neighbor's a mile away. No highlights out like that. And I'm on range, so I got plenty of place to put wires out.
There you go. You got horses out there?
Yeah, I still got a few of my old ones, but we don't ride them anymore because after I got hurt, she got hurt. Like, you don't heal as fast as you used to, and they don't mind not being ridden and get fed.
There you go. There you go. Hey, Dan, thanks for coming by and shaking my hand. I appreciate it because, hey, I'm also recording this on YouTube, so I'll send you a link if that's okay. Over.
Sounds good. Appreciate it. Have a good night. 73.
7-3. Thanks for coming by. That was fun. This is W5MHG Whiskey 5 Mike Hotel Golf Albuquerque, Gribbon out green chili. Anyone, anywhere, CQ, CQ. CQ20, CQ20. This is Whiskey 5 Mike Hotel Golf. This is Whiskey 5 Mike Hotel Golf, CQ20. Anyone, anywhere, CQ20. I copied a Whiskey 8 question mark.
Whiskey 8 Alpha Lima.
Whiskey 8 Alpha Lima. Good day. Name is Mark here. Who am I talking to? Over.
You're talking to Richard in Central Valley, California.
All right, Richard. Well, let me turn around here. And you sounded pretty good. You threw me with the 8 call there. Over.
Yeah, it's a Boise call. Michigan area.
Oh, okay. I'm just coming around your way now, so maybe I'm a little bit better. How you doing today, Richard?
Pretty good. Listening to you guys talking, the other one there had horses on some property out of town.
Yeah, that was Dan out in South Texas with some horses there. 80, oh, what am I saying? 87. He's going to slap me. He's 67 and mountain biking. Over.
All right. By the way, what's your prefix? I missed that.
Prefix is Whiskey 5, Mike Hotel Golf, QSL.
QSL sounds good. Yeah, I used to have horses. I'm in my 80s now, and I don't ride anymore. My kids rode Gymkhana all during grade school and high school, and I just rode horse, period. So we used to have fun with them.
Oh, there you go. We have a ham here that does a lot of horse riding and has a big area up in the mountains. And I love horses, but it's not in my lane there. But so you don't ride anymore, but you had a lot growing up. Over.
Actually, no. I was born and raised in North Dakota, farming country. My wife was a farm girl, and I rode horses most of my life. But the funniest thing, we moved to the San Francisco Bay Area, and I worked in electronics, and the kids kept wanting to have horses. And I thought about it, and I looked at pictures that we've done on vacation. We'd always go back to the farm in the summertime for vacation. The kids had pictures of them on horses, everything from when they were 6 months old on, every year. So we started getting into horses in the Bay Area, and we went to Gymkhana shows all over the state, actually.
Okay, very good. Well, you cultivated that love for riding there for sure. And hey, you said you're in your 80s. You're doing a great job coming out here. What radio are you using?
I've got a 7300 ICOM and running with a dipole. It's only good from 10, 20, and 40 meters. And I do have an Elecraft KPA 500 amp and tuner, but I haven't hooked them up yet.
Okay, roger that. Well, doing a great job. I'm also on a 7300 hex beam pointed your way now, so doing a great job there for sure. And I appreciate you coming over to my call here. We got to give you some green chili. Have you ever been out to Albuquerque? Over.
No, I haven't actually been, and it's strange. I've been all over the world with Hewlett Packard, but and over most of the western states. Well, I've been to Albuquerque, but at the Four Corners.
Oh yeah, roger that. Kind of like, what was that, Bugs Bunny turned left on Albuquerque. But anyway, well, you know what? We've got the Balloon Fiesta in October, and it's a beautiful time to come on over and get some green chili. Over.
Yeah, I'd like to do that. In fact, my trip, that one was on my Iron Horse. My wife flew back to North Dakota for 4th of July week. That's the only time you ever see anybody in our small town. I rode my Harley back. I ended up and, rode it to North Dakota and back to California. I did 14 states, 3 provinces, 10 national parks, and almost every county, alphabetical, and city you could talk about. I had a great trip.
Well, I'll tell you my motorcycle story. My wife won't be happy about this. I went to her in my 50s and said, I want to have my midlife crisis. And I said, a motorcycle or a gun. And she said, go out and get your gun. I know you'll be safe with that. So I never did get the motorcycle. Over.
Yeah, well, I've been riding since the mid-'60s, and up until the mid-2006, I'd had 2 records. And the first record is I never had an accident that wasn't my fault, and I hadn't broken any bones. But in 2006, I still had the 1 record. I've never had an accident that wasn't my fault, but this time I broke my collarbone. But in 3 weeks, I was on my other motorcycle because I totaled that one. And I've just loved riding bikes, and I quit at age 80 on motorcycles. Well,
you know what? I will say this, Rich. I just had a friend of mine fall. She's part of the family through, marriage. And she's 88, and she's coming back. So it's a good thing. We have to be careful as we get older of those falls, that 4-letter word, hi.
Yeah, in fact, I moved from the country up north in Mendocino County and moved into the town. And so I haven't been on the air for 3 years. Because there in the country, I had plenty of things. I put a vertical up with nice radios buried slightly in the ground. But here, you can't do that. So it took quite a while to get things done. And in the meantime, during those 3 years, first time I fell, I shattered my hip. And then last November, I fell again, and I cracked the top of my femur. So I've had a lot of things going on in the last 3 years.
Oh, man, you've got to be careful. I don't want to hear anything about that. As I get older, and I was on the roof a couple of days ago. You just got to be more conscious, I'm not preaching to you. You know better than I do. But I'm really talking to myself. Over.
Yeah, I get that. In fact, I don't get on anything taller than a 2-step ladder.
I know the feeling. I know that for sure. The body is just doing different things as you kick into the 60s and 70s,
Yeah, I just was looking at your page, and you got a beautiful setup there.
Well, I appreciate that. We like everybody else, it's taken some time to take all the parts. These radios and everything doesn't come out of the budget; it comes from other money. So, but I'm enjoying it. So I'm glad you came by and gave me some chuckles. Over.
Yeah. Plus, you got a nice dog. We've got two dogs, too. Ours are medium size. I got a red heeler and a blue tick hound pointer mix.
What's their names?
Ginger is the red heeler, and Ellie is the blue tick hound.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Gracie came into our life during the pandemic. We lost Sammy. I think I have a picture still up there of Sammy the Beagle somewhere at the bottom of the page somewhere. Anyway, and I swore I didn't want any more dogs. The kids were out of the house, blah, blah, blah. But a long story short, Gracie came in, and she's been a godsend. We love her.
Yeah, they're our kids. That's trouble is with Ginger, she's now deaf. She used to be a real obedient dog, and I thought she was ignoring me, but she just can't hear anything. But she's 14 years old, the other one's 12 years old, and I'm not liking the thought of having to have a problem with them and put them down or something.
Man, you hit the nail on the head. That's the reason why I didn't want another dog. I sat up. The wife sat up with Sammy the Beagle, and then we just had to go through that whole thing. So it's heart wrenching when you have to do that kind of a thing. So don't want to think about it with Gracie. She's still young. She's still coming out of her puppiness. When we first got her, the groomer told us, "Oh, golden retriever, you got about 5 years of a puppy." And she thinks she's a lap dog, but she's about 90 pounds. Over.
Oh, that's pretty good. Ours are about 40 each. You're getting down in the mud. I think you're probably the right way to go. Great talking to you, Mark. And we'll try and catch up with you again next week.
Okay, back at you. Yeah, you went down too. So we'll say 7-3 there, Rich. God bless. And keep your feet on the ground. Thanks for the chuckles. You get some green chili. This is Whiskey 5, Mike Hotel Golf. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ20, CQ20. This is Whiskey 5, Mike Hotel Golf. This is Whiskey 5, Mike Hotel Golf. CQ20. Anyone, anywhere. CQ20. CQ20, CQ20. This is Whiskey 5, Mike Hotel Golf. This is Whiskey 5, Mike Hotel Golf. CQ20. Anyone, anywhere. CQ20. CQ20, CQ20. This is Whiskey 5, Mike Hotel Golf. This is Whiskey 5, Mike Hotel Golf. CQ20. Anyone, anywhere. CQ20. CQ20, CQ20. This is Whiskey 5, Mike Hotel Golf. This is Whiskey 5, Mike Hotel Golf. CQ20. Anyone, anywhere. CQ20. CQ20, CQ20, this is Whiskey 5, Mike Hotel Golf. This is Whiskey 5, Mike Hotel Golf, CQ20, anyone, anywhere, CQ20. CQ20, CQ20, this is Whiskey 5, Mike Hotel Golf. This is Whiskey 5, Mike Hotel Golf, CQ20, anyone, anywhere, CQ20. CQ20, CQ20, this is Whiskey 5, Mike Hotel Golf. This is Whiskey 5, Mike Hotel Golf, CQ20, anyone, anywhere, CQ20.
Whiskey Alpha 5, Japan, India, Mike.
Whiskey Alpha 5, Japan, India, Mike. I bet your name is Jim. Good day to you.
Yeah, good evening to you. We're over here in Sugar Land, Texas, near Houston, and I heard you calling out. Boy, the band's all active. There seems to be a lot of noise going on. Over.
You got that right, Jim. It's I've got some QR Mary over on the side, but we can hear you just fine. We just pointed east here, and you're sounding good. My name is Mark, Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo, and we're just drawing up some conversation with everyone, giving out green chili out of Albuquerque. Over.
Oh, that's where you're at. Okay. I was wondering if I was pointing the right direction with the antenna. And it seems apparently I think I am. Well, 300, 300 degrees. I have a new rotor controller, and the controller gives degrees. It doesn't actually indicate. It doesn't have a dial on it. I'm kidding. It doesn't do it. It's taking some time. Conditions here, oh, by the way, your signal was 9 plus. Call was 5, 9 plus. And I'm running 90 watts out of a Flex 3000. And I have a hex beam in the backyard at about 22 feet. Over.
Well, we're holding hands. I've got a hex beam up about 22 feet in the backyard. In fact, if you go to my QRZ, you'll see it above the roof there. And, well, we got a 7300 barefoot pointed your way, so we're close. About a year ago, I was thinking about trading in my 7300 and the 7100s and going with a Flex. Got a ham buddy here in town that has a Flex, and almost did that. I still might jump the broom on that. Over.
Yeah, well, 7300 is a pretty good radio. Well, I'm sorry, you know something? I must have written your call wrong. Can you give it to me again?
Roger, Whiskey 5, Mike, Hotel Golf, many hungry goldfish, QSL.
Okay, there we are. We got you pulled up on the yours. There was, and I took the station. Really hit their tech station. Yes, I'm in a restricted neighborhood, so to be incognito. And it works pretty good. I mean, I actually put it up today. I've had it up before. I had it up for about 3 years. And then I took it down for 3 years. And I had it in the box, and so I took it back out of the box and put it up today with a little bit of fiberglass in my hands. And finally got it put together. It was a hot day today, and I got a lot of sun doing it. But it was worth it. And I took the RCA TV rotor instead of putting up the big. I have my last rotor is a tail twister, which is absolutely useless for a Flex radio. It looks like I've got a V8 strapped to a Volkswagen, or maybe even a golf cart. So I bought the RCA, and I like it. I mean, it's the quietest thing I've ever heard, and it's all metal gears. I disassembled it. I checked it out, Mark, and made sure it was going to be worth it. I sent it back to Amazon if it wasn't, and Actually, I like it, and I gave it a test and clamped down on it and tried to stop it with my hands, and I couldn't do it. So maybe that's the answer. I'll have to put a big bulky tail twister up there with this giant controller. I've got this little controller, and it's got memories and all that. So what the heck? Let's give it a shot and see what happens. All right, a little long-winded there. W5. Yep, MHD, WA5JIM. Back to you, Mark.
Oh, no problem. I'm listening. Whiskey Alpha 5, Juliet India Mike, W5MHG. Yeah, well, you know what? I spoke to Dan earlier. I think he was in South Texas. And I was telling him how I spoke to a guy in Colorado. He had his hex beam up 10 feet. And he said he talked all over the world. So I have the KIO. Which hex beam do you have, and did you paint your spreaders over?
I have NA4RR, a guy in Florida that sells him, and I bought this a long time ago from him. And yeah, I'm very happy with it. And I did before, yes, but apparently there seems to be some fiberglass somewhere because I came away with fiberglass and itchy hands. So I just came to the kitchen now and I was all done and took some vinegar and put it on my hands and rub it. Wait about 20 minutes and rinse it all off again. It gets rid of the fiberglass. So.
There you go. I'll have to remember that. Yeah, the NA4RR are great antennas. I got this one used at a steal of a price. Coax, the rotor, and everything for $400. And I was so pleased. And I'm coming from the world of wires, double bazookas, and G5RV, so having a beam is just a whole new world for me. And your rotor seems to be doing a great job. I've got the G450A. You're probably familiar with that entry-level one. So you're doing a great job with that, over.
You know, that's almost what I bought. I almost did. And I said, well, you know, if the TV rotor doesn't work for this, I can always use it for something else. I mean, I can always find a use for it. Sometimes I play around with that, like just throw a few rotors together. In other words, I'm like any other ham operator out there. I tend to have more stuff than I actually need, and I have an excuse for everything I have. Over.
Well, that's what tailgates are for, or QRZ to sell it up there. But roger that, that's for sure. Well, yeah, I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm Mark. I'm a retired band teacher here in Albuquerque, and I figured I'd get up here and yell out QRZ and see if anybody wants to talk. But I'm glad you came by and gave me some chuckles. You get some green chili.
There you go. You've got really good audio on that. Are you using the hand mic or are you using a aftermarket mic?
It is an aftermarket, and I am recording this, so I'll send you a link when I upload it to my YouTube page. And I'm using this, what is this called? A Mano, MAONO XLR mic going into a equalizer, UR5QW equalizer, and it seems to have worked out really well. I've been very pleased with it, over.
It certainly sounds good. Well, I have the ability to record you. I made a very short recording if you'd like to hear yourself. It's up to you. But I do have the ability to do that. But I only play it if you give the authorization. It's a very short recording. I just grabbed it real quick while you were talking more.
Oh, absolutely. I appreciate that. And yeah, I do a couple of the recordings here on CW and FT8 and phone, and post it for people to have fun and look at ham radio. It encourages people maybe to get into the hobby once in a while. So I'll send you a link there as well so you can hear what's going on. You sound good. Hey, what's the weather like over there?
Supposed to have storm tonight. Let's see. My watch shows rain, thunder, and at 11 p.m. more thunder, and on into tomorrow. And I had a window of opportunity today to get the hex beam up. I've been trying to do that for almost 3 weeks. And every time we get rain, and here's what you sound like. Right, quick, I'll make it short. Here we go.
And post it for people to have fun and look at ham radio. It encourages people maybe to get into the hobby once in a while. So I'll send you a link there as well so you can hear what's going.
And there you go. That's a very good audio. I mean, Mike really is doing the job. And also, you know, the 7300 is well known. ICOM went above the bar on that radio, and it shows in the total sales that they've had. It's probably going to turn out to be one of the most sold ham radios, you know, in the ham history, because they just keep selling them. I mean, I talked to a guy for Giga, and he says they can't, you know, he says that we order 200 at a time, and he says when the pallet hits the floor, half of them are sold. Over.
Oh, I know those radios. Well, these radios are crazy. They remind me a lot of the Mark II Gs. They sold a boatload of those too, didn't they?
Oh yeah. Well, as soon as they came out, you know, I mean, before the Mark II with the original what they did is they kind of, I guess in a way you might say, they engineered the screen display, and it worked out real quick. And then they shot up, you know, with the 746, and then the Pro 756, and then the what was it, the 781, 70, the one that no one can afford, but people who are wealthy or insane. 7850, I think it is. But anyway, yeah, they engineer that, and they're very good at this. And you know, I tell you that Yaesu floods the market with lots of good radios. ICOM gets a trend started on a certain design, and they just keep feeding the trend. Now that's really smart marketing. Over.
Yeah, they do, and they stay with the format. You're absolutely right. By the way, thank you for the audio. I really enjoyed that. I recorded it as well, so it's always good to hear how you sound on the other end, so I appreciate you doing that. Yeah, you're right. They bring out another one that the menus are the same. You don't have to relearn. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't have to relearn another radio. So they've done a really great job. And I do like Kenwood and the Alenkos and all the others, but the Yaesu. But I guess I'm stuck with the ICOM.
Well, you might as well be stuck with something you like. I've had this 3000 for over 8 years, probably closer to 9 now. I love this radio. I really do. The receiver's amazing. It is. Not a great shortwave receiver, but it's a good receiver. Yeah, not a great shortwave receiver. That's the only disadvantage here. You know, it'll get you by. But I'm used to hearing, and I'm showing my age now, so I'm used to hearing the wide open receivers from the 70s. And some of them built, you know, as far back in the early 60s. Of course, I became a ham in '73. I was born in 1961. So, but you know, it's just something when they geared the AM, and they have another thing called SAM on here, which is supposed to help. They're supposed to tune it for you when you come across a signal. It seems like it works, but anyway, it doesn't give a natural sound, and I don't know what that is. I'm not sure. Maybe the digital interface doesn't work good on amplitude modulation. Over.
Roger that. Well, you're a little ahead of me. I was born in '58, so but I definitely understand what you're saying there for sure. Well, you're sounding great coming into Albuquerque, and the Hex Beam's doing a great job, and I think you said you're in a HOA or kind of restricted area, so you're making it work. Over.
Well, you know, you're making it work. Are you restricted, or is that just what you want to go with? Over.
No, we're in an older neighborhood, and it's, you know, like I said, I spoke to somebody else that I'm coming from the wired double bazookas and all that kind of stuff, and I couldn't pass up this deal, and it's my first beam, and man, I love it. It's a great hex beam. I got a buddy of mine here that had the same antenna, the KIO, and he told me, you're going to love it, and it's been a great job for me. So I think I sort of call it the poor man's great radio, great antenna, because they're not that expensive. Over.
No, they're not, and they're not hard to put together. I had trouble today because I had brain damage somewhere between the 15 and 17 meter. There's nothing like. See, what I do is I ran the 10, 12. Hold on, the 6, the 10, and the 12 first. And got them wrapped all the way around it. They came back and started with, because I didn't want too many wires laying on the floor, on the ground, so they get confused, And then I went with the 15 and the 17. So I get going along there, and I'm about 3/4 of the way done, and suddenly my 17 meter ends up being way too short. And I'm going, okay, did I really just do this? And I look down, and there's one laying down on the ground. It's this great big circular wire, and I knew that was because that's the heavy one, that's the long one. And I had to unwind the whole thing and flip the 15 and the 17 and redo it again. So I don't know. That did not make me happy. It forced me to go inside the house and sit down and have a glass of tea in front of the air conditioner. Over.
Yeah, you gave me a good chuckle. That's what needed to be done, is just to reboot the brain, sit down, have a beer or a scotch or a coffee. That's one thing I did. I built mine on top of the roof, and I didn't open up. I opened up the wires one at a time, and just took it there. What I did wrong was I skipped a spreader or something, and it was raining. It was drizzling, so I only could get it done so far. I made actually a video of it. So anyway, hey, I appreciate you coming by there, Jim, and God bless you, and keep the hex beams alive. Over.
I sure will, and I'll be joining you with a little more power here. I've got 3811 AHP coming in. I have a 10-check amp that I've had for a long time, and it's absolutely immense. Beautiful amp. I mean, honestly, you could heat off the inside of it. It is that clean. And it's never given me any trouble. So it shall soon be joining me. I like it. It's a nice, I run about 400 watts out of it. I can push it to 700, but I've only done that once or twice because it's just wasting the life on the tube. I like running around 400 watts on it most of the time. That's just enough, And I used to run, the high power and all that stuff years ago. But I don't know, for some reason, as I've gotten older, I've become more conservative, I guess. And I don't mean politically. Mark, pleasure's all mine. Really enjoyed it. Your hex beam was great. And it's nice to gauge the reception. Your last signal report for me was almost 10 S units. I'm not sure what I'm hitting you with. But we should be fairly close because we're both running about the same thing. Of course, conditions of those. So, 75MHC, Mini Hungry Go Fish. This is WA5JIM. Just Jim. I'll say 73s until next time. Over.
WA5JIM, W5MHG. It's been my pleasure, and a lot of great talk there. I appreciate you coming by. Yeah, let me give you that right away. You definitely have been 10 over plus here, and you'll hear it on the video. I'll send it a link, like I said. God bless. Stay healthy, my friend, and we'll have to do it again. Over.
All right, Mark, I sure will. And God bless you and your home. 73 until next time.
7-3. W5MHG, we're going to clear the frequency. It's all anyone else. W5MHG clear. 7-3, everybody.